Most people don't want to succeed. And I do know that because for you to succeed, that means you have to become yourself. You have to take the steps into really embracing who you are, which is self-development, personal development, self-actualization, however you think of it. But that sometimes gets a little scary. We don't want to look at ourselves. We don't want to examine who we might be. And I do know this, because it's all in our mindset, it's all in our consciousness. And so I spent my entire life downloading all of that information, downloading universal consciousness. So I know that it works for everyone. But I did something so different that it was hard for people to understand that, because there is an order in our universe. Everything is energetic. And I tapped into the changes of the times. And when I did that, I was downloading an organization of information that's in my program. And so earlier today, I said, okay, I want to take 24 people and completely have them transform their lives. And it would not going to cost you anything. It'll be less, like $8 a day or something for you to do that. I said, we can do it in 4 weeks. No one thought that was serious. Nobody took me up on it. But the same thing happened several years ago. And now I have the results. But then what's happening is we're going through a big transition in our world, which means it's causing you to look at yourself in this really great way. It's causing you to push yourself. People are uncomfortable, they're a little afraid. And the fear is the thing that gets us all. And I've written all of that as well. I'm 74, I've moved through everything, I've written everything, and it's the ultimate mindset program that anyone could ever have. And so I'm going to prove it to you today, because I said I'm going to take 24 people. I'll leave the link in here so you can see it. It's not that much money. Anybody can afford it. If you have $62 a week, you could transform your life. But people will say, no, I'm not going to do it, because you don't want to look at yourself. I had to write it all, so I had to look. That's the only way I could receive the information. But when you read it, when you go through it, you will see that I didn't make it up. It's not coming from me. I was accessing a different consciousness. And what we're attempting to do now is move to a higher state of consciousness, all of us. And so I'm going to, we'll see what happens. We'll see how many people decide to do it, because you become confident when you become yourself. You stop fearing everything. You're courageous. You find the right career. You have great relationships. You start screwing up your money. You do all those things. Now, for me, it was a challenge because I had to live it all and write it. And I had to do something that nobody else in history had done. Do it in order. And it's been documented that that's out there. That's why I said I need to be charging at least $5,000 for this, because it can do that much for anyone, because it doesn't matter who you are. Consciousness is always evolving, and we're never done with that. I'm still going to keep doing more no matter how long I live. But now I have the tools, because it keeps getting developed because of this information. So I published the messages for July 1st, so you can see what I'm talking about. And you can go through them and read them. And there are questions in there for you too. So you can see how it's going to challenge you on moving through your blockages. And this is just one day. I have years of it. So you'll decide if you're going to be one of the 24 people who takes the offer and decides that you're going to transform your life, because I know that that will happen. That's why I guarantee it. If you do this work, you're a different person in a month. I can say that because I know it's true. All right. See you guys soon. I'll leave the links in the video as well.